Hello, welcome to another episode of Breathe More. For today's episode, I wanted us to talk about how to manage holiday stress. Since a lot of folks are going to be traveling this week, visiting family, maybe even just spending time alone, and it can bring up a whole lot of different emotions. And it's important. One thing that I like to do with my clients is teach them how to be able to manage their emotions, how to become aware when things are getting activated, when they're triggered, and use their tools to regulate themselves so that they're able to approach life and whatever is happening, feeling empowered, feeling grounded, and feeling clear. So I wanted to talk about different ways that we can do that. People get really stressed out during this season for a lot of different reasons. I feel like a big reason is the financial pressure that the gift giving and consumerism, this whole time of spending and traveling can bring up. And there's a lot of pressure and stress that folks experience because of that. Also, seeing family can be really activating for some people. I know for me, like, I love my family. I love spending time with them, but it's also really stressful having all these different personalities under one roof. And all of our inner childs get activated. And oftentimes, even with all of the tools, I know this happens with me as well, we tend to fall back into our old patterns, into our family dynamics. And that may not be healthy or helpful. And in addition to stress, other emotions that are very common during this time of the year is grief coming up and a sense of loneliness. Maybe you've lost family members, maybe you've lost a partner or friends, even your pet, your animal. I know for me, my little TJ, he's always in my heart, but definitely when thinking of him, there's moments where I do feel sad. And so grief can be very present in a lot of folks as well, and can be a time where maybe we fall into a depression or our anxiety gets higher because of all the memories that come back and our current reality that maybe we're not happy with, or it's not what we desire. I know for me, growing up, the holidays was a time, it was really stressful for my parents. And I remember overhearing conversations, the stress that they were feeling for not having enough money to be able to buy us gifts, to be even able to buy a Christmas tree. And I remember also hearing and even feeling as a sensitive child the shame that my parents felt for not being able to provide in the way that we were told on the media and in society on how it is that we should celebrate Christmas, the holidays. And I've always been really protective of my loved ones. And as a child, I remember telling my parents, like, it's okay, like, I don't need a gift. I don't want you to spend money. Or when they would ask me what I wanted, I would tell them something super practical and something that I felt that was within their budget so that there wouldn't be this stress of like, oh my gosh, again, we have to say, we can't give you that or we can't afford it. I also remember a time where they wanted to have a Christmas tree, but they didn't have the money for it. And I get emotional just thinking about it. Um, so I remember telling my parents as a child, like, it's okay. Like, we don't need a Christmas tree. We can use this plant. We had this beautiful, tall house plant. And I said to them, like, this can be our Christmas tree. Like, why not? Why does it have to be like a certain type of tree in order for it to be a Christmas tree? And I can still see my mom's face when I said that, like, confused, and she thought it was a little weird. And then, yeah, we all leaned in and started to decorate it and put lights on it. And I remember that moment being resentful of holidays because there was so much pressure on not just my immediate family, but other families, family members, I would also see friends of mine since I grew up not having a lot of money. And also, a lot of the folks that I would hang out with or interact with were in a very similar situation. And seeing that pain in my parents, it just made me angry, actually. To be completely honest, it made me angry that this holiday and what we were being told was making people really stressed out instead of it being a moment of joy and a lot of love and excitement. It just felt really heavy. So I've pretty much have carried that feeling around the holidays where I've never been the type of person, even having been on my own, having my own place since moving out. I never decorate for the holidays. I do love to give gifts. I think I'm actually a really great gift giver, but I remember times in my career, especially being a struggling actress, like I didn't have extra money to buy gifts. And I too, whew, didn't realize this was going to be such an emotional episode. Obviously, there's still stuff there to move through. I remember as well, like me feeling ashamed. Like here I was, the oldest daughter. I was supposed to be an example of accomplishing the American dream, of being in a better position financially than what my parents went through. I was a UC Berkeley graduate. Like, I'm smart, I'm hardworking. And yet I was in the same place, or even worse, because I didn't have any kids, where I couldn't afford to buy Christmas gifts for my family. And so it's been this kind of rejection of what the holidays have become. I am perfectly fine with the holidays being a place of expressing gratitude and love and peace and really practicing inclusivity and acceptance. But a lot of what we see regarding the holidays isn't necessarily that. It's the buying, it's the spending, it's doing things that maybe you don't want to do, like so not honoring your boundaries, not doing what's best for you. And that's the stuff that I don't like. So, as a way to help you navigate this time, whether it's bringing up memories for you just hearing my story or what's coming up for you, I wanted to share some tips on how to manage the holiday stress that might be coming up. And also included in this episode, make sure that you listen until the end. I'm going to include a meditation from my Breathwork for Anxiety program. This is going to be a grounding meditation so that we can release any energies that maybe are weighing us down, release some of the anxiety, some of the stress, and just feel supported and calm and back into your power so that you're able to continue to check things off of your to-do list and take care of all the busyness that happens right now with more ease and patience and confidence. All right. So, one of the first tips that I have for you to help you better manage this stressful time is really looking at your time management. We got to practice some time management because it's easy to get distracted. There can be a lot of chaos all around us. Kids are out of school. Again, we're traveling, pets, all of that logistics. So I'm going to invite y'all to plan ahead, create a schedule for you, put things in your calendar so that you're able to have more of a balance between holiday commitments, personal time, and then also time to get things done. Make sure you take some breaks. Go outside. It might be cold, but that will be an opportunity to do some cold therapy. Make sure you delegate some tasks. Get your family members involved. Tell someone that you need support. Like, this is our time for us to also practice receiving. I know a lot of you listening to this podcast, you take a lot of pride in being able to do things on your own, but it's time to allow other people to also express their love for us by helping us out. So that's my first tip for you. Practice time management. My second tip is let's set some realistic expectations. All of you listening, I know you've been on your own journey of healing. You have your tools, you have some awareness, and you're just hoping that all of a sudden your parents or your family members, your siblings, your cousins have also been doing the work. If you're like the average family, that's probably not going to be the case. And so let's be realistic as well. Let's just go in knowing that we're going to get exactly what you've gotten for your whole life. But the difference is that you're able to now show up differently and to navigate these situations in a different way, knowing that it's not personal how people are reacting or living their life or saying things, that you can't control other people. The only thing we can control is ourselves and our own life and our own reality. Let's also be realistic with how much we can achieve during such a short amount of time. I know my last 2 weeks of this year are really full, but it's not with social stuff. It's with work stuff, end of the year stuff, traveling. I'm also moving, so packing up and all of that. And I have to check myself on remembering as a small business owner, I get to set my own schedule. And so it's okay to block off your calendar and not be as available right now for sessions with clients. Or let's schedule out into next year so that you do have some space for you to do the stuff that you need to do, including rest. That's an important one for me, and I'm sure for you. So managing our expectations, not overbooking ourselves, and not doing anything that seems to be unnecessary during this time. Practice saying no as well so that you have more free time. That actually bleeds into the third suggestion, which is maintaining your boundaries. So it's important to practice no and manage your time and have boundaries with your time as well in that management. Have boundaries with your energy. Have boundaries with your social commitments. Like, do you really have to go with this? And if you feel like you do, can you maybe limit how much time you spend there? And then also maybe being conscious of what you're consuming, because this tends to be the time where we go all out and we indulge and we drink and we eat whatever. And then that might also contribute to us not feeling great, right? And then all this excess sugar that also can contribute to heightened feelings of anxiety. So let's try to practice our boundaries. Let's allow ourselves to be flexible, but looking at things through the lens of, is this going to bring me joy? Is this going to make me feel good? Is this something absolutely necessary that has to be done today? Can I say no? Can I say, let's meet in the new year? It's okay to say, I don't have time right now. People are not going to be offended because they're also really busy with their life. And you're probably doing them a favor because who knows, they might be wanting to hang out because of obligation, but deep down inside, they're also feeling like, I don't have the time for this, but if I don't, then this person's going to think this or that. So let's do them a favor since they need to work on their boundaries and learn how to practice communicating by you saying, hey, let's do this later. I'm really busy right now. My fourth tip for you is to make sure that you prioritize your self-care. You are important. You are the most important person in your life, not your kids, not your partner, not your family, not your friends. Because if you're not well, then you can't take care of your kids. You can't take care of everything else that you're responsible for. So making sure that you have time for you, however it is that you decompress, whether it's meditating, breathing, going for a walk, reading a book, listening to music, moving your body, make sure you're doing those things. It is so essential for us to continue to feel good, to have the energy that we need to navigate this time of the year. And let's also incorporate our family members. Let's show them the importance and the value it is of moving our body, of meditating. And when you do this with your loved ones, it brings in connection, intimacy, love. It creates healthy relationships. This is what the holidays is about, not all the other stuff, in my opinion. So think about inviting also your loved ones when doing these acts of self-care. And my last practical tip for you is to practice gratitude. I know I bring this up in so many of our conversations, but gratitude is everything. And especially during the holidays, end of a year, let's look back and think about all of the beautiful things that you manifested into your life this year. Let's think about how fortunate you are to have your loved ones to visit, to be angry at, to get annoyed at. So many people don't have that anymore. Let's show gratitude for even the little things. The fact that you have this body that moves you around, that allows you to be alive, that you have a job, that you have friends, that you have your animals, whatever it is. Let's breathe, let's connect with it, and say thank you. And that practice of gratitude, it changes how we feel, it changes our energy, and that is contagious. So now that you have those practical tips that you can do in your day-to-day, let's take a moment to ground our energy with this meditation from my Breathwork for Anxiety program, which all of you should download or join the collective. If you join the collective, my membership, it's part of your membership for free. And if you're not ready for that, you can download, it's about 9 meditations for $35, which you get to keep forever. And it's different meditations to help you address different symptoms that one might feel when experiencing anxiety. So the meditation that we're going to be doing today is to help you ground your body. So much of this overwhelm is stress is because we are constantly in our head. We're thinking of what hasn't been done, what has to be done, what could potentially go wrong, just all of these stories and all these worst case scenarios that your mind might go to. So if you're ready and able to, and if not, hit pause and revisit when you do have 8 minutes to breathe and just listen to my guidance, to relax your body and to let go. All right, so get in a comfortable position, and here we go. For many of us who suffer from anxiety, we tend to spend a lot of time in our head. We hold our breath or do shallow breathing, and we tend to forget to check in with our body and see how it's feeling. In today's meditation, I'm going to guide you to connect with your body and to become present. When you're ready, get in a comfortable position, either lying down or seated. Lean back, uncross your legs and arms. And when you're ready, if you're able to, gently close your eyes. Start by taking a slow, deep breath in through your nose and slowly exhale out of your mouth. Deep breath in and exhale. Deep breath in and exhale. As you continue to breathe in through your nose and out of your mouth, notice what parts of your body move with each inhale and exhale that you take. Notice what parts of your body are touching the ground, whether it's your feet on the ground Or if you're lying down, noticing the back of your legs, your head. Throughout this meditation, you will be breathing gently and slowly, in through your nose and out of your mouth. Taking a deep breath from your belly, having your belly expand with air, and on the exhale, having your belly contract. As you continue to breathe, start to notice any physical sensations in your body. Is there any heaviness in your body? Any tightness? Any pressure? And as you're noticing the sensations in your body, you're doing it without any judgment. You're just saying hello to your body. You can also notice if there's any emotions attached to those physical sensations. Where is the anxiety living? Where is the worry? The fear? The sadness? As you're breathing in through your nose and out of your mouth, start to imagine your body softening. Reminding your body and your mind that in this moment, you are safe. Deep breath in and exhale. As your body starts to open up and let go of the tension, it's almost as if your body's starting to feel heavier, to sink in even more. Another way to imagine your body opening up is seeing your body as a flower. The petals of the flower start to open up. They're falling back and softening. At the base of your spine, imagine roots growing into your floor. Imagine these roots growing all the way down to the center of the planet. These roots are going to be an anchor for your body. We're going to imagine that these roots are able to remove from your body any tension, anxiety, worry, fear, and panic. It's almost as if these roots are like a vacuum that's able to pull out of your body the heaviness, the fogginess, any chaos. And as these energies and emotions are leaving your body's starting to get lighter. It's almost like you're able to have more movement in your body, able to think more clearly. Continuing to breathe in through your nose and out of your mouth. Still imagining that these roots are helping your body release anything that's in your space that you no longer need. Including the energies of other people. Situations that have been stressing you out. It's all going down your grounding cord. As your body is releasing, connect with your heart. You can place your hands over your heart if that feels supportive, and tell yourself out loud or internally, I am safe. I can breathe. I am calm. And any other affirmations that feel right to you. Remind yourself that you're okay in this moment. This too will pass. And you always have your breath to bring you back into your body. Take a deep breath through your nose and exhale. Deep breath in and exhale. And one more. And exhale. Taking your time to gently, slowly come back. And when you're ready to come back, gently open your eyes. Give yourself some gratitude to yourself for taking the time to connect with your breath and your body. And remember to keep breathing throughout your day. I hope you found this meditation helpful and then you're feeling a lot more grounded and calm, and that any anxiety or swirling thought have gone away. Remember to continue to take moments throughout this time to connect, to slow down, to breathe, to say no, to be gentle with yourself as well. And as we wrap up this episode, just remember that this is an ongoing practice on living a mindful, intentional life where we're able to experience a lot of moments of calm and seeing clarity and just cultivating that deeper sense of peace. So be patient, don't give up. Small steps make a big difference. So do at least one thing a day to help your well-being, to help release some stress, ground yourself. Also, please share this podcast with any loved one that you feel and know is really stressed out and overwhelmed. Let's spread the word on sharing tools with folks and this meditation. Let's just help the world feel better and calmer and at peace. I want to wish you a happy holidays. I am so grateful for you. And I love you so much. Thank you for all of your support. Thank you for being in my energy. Thank you for your trust in me and sharing tips and tools and my story with you. I see you. I see the love that you've been giving me on social media and with the ratings and the reviews. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to do this work. And I look forward to many more episodes and sharing conversation with you real soon. Bye, everyone.